Alrighty, watch fans, time for another Hotness Pick. Took a little time off while everybody was doing their Black Friday deals, but we're back. Got some great stuff coming up before the end of the year, and this one I'm really excited about. Not only is it another great Vostok-Europe timepiece from Craig Hester, my buddy over at RussiaToAll.com, but it's a watch that I got to see very early on. Basel 2010, as this was making its release, was one of the trips I made over to Switzerland and got to see that. So we've actually got three different options, and there's a lot going on. So I'm going to be really quick here and run through the various different options that we've got going for you. Now, this is the first one. This is your rose and blue option. So you're going to see the rose gold, actual rose gold PVD plating that's been done over the 316L stainless steel, 48 millimeter case diameter, and remember, this is how you measure case diameter on a watch. Not necessarily this way, but the traditional way, correct way, would be this way. Now, 48 millimeters, some of you may be saying, oh Mike, I like the really big watches, that's not big enough for me. Well, this one will, notice, very thin bezel, meaning you're getting a very large dial opening in relation to the case. So, going to work for you very well. Thickness on this timepiece, as I turn it a little bit for you here so you can get an idea of what's going on, going to come in at about 17 millimeters or so in thickness. Now, each one of these watches is going to ship in the dry box or the dive box, a little mini box. I'll try and get that in the video, but definitely we'll have photos of it down below. What it is going to give you is a set of tools. Right here, these are screws that are going to come out. Now, right now, it's on the silicone, very soft silicone, silky smooth silicone strap with your standard buckle. You get two tools because it is a double-sided configuration that's been done here. But the great part is you're also going to get a leather strap and a 3-ring NATO strap in the box with a flask. Not just this one, but any one that you pick, because like I said, we've got three different options. I'm going to run through all three. So mini box plus the watch, silicone strap, leather strap, 3-ring NATO strap, and a custom Anchar, which this watch is, the Anchar, flask for your eggnog or other adult beverages that you may want, or just as a part of your display. I know a lot of you guys really like to display this. Now, what's special about this particular watch, other than it's absolutely gorgeous, you've got a total of 15 Trigalight, mbMicrotec Trigalight Tritium gas tubes. So what that means is, right now, even though you can't see it, all 15 of those tubes are glowing. So the darker it is, the easier it is to read this in the darkness or low light conditions. Okay? If you're not familiar with the tritium gas tubes, very quick, not only are they more expensive, but the quick breakdown on them is it's a particular type of lead cut with special lasers. The inside of the tubes are coated with a phosphorescent material, then filled with the tritium gas. As the tritium gas throws off electrons, it bangs in, those electrons bang into the phosphorescent material, causing them to glow. That's why you could put this watch into a drawer, wait 2 years, pull it out, and it is still glowing. It was glowing the entire time that it was in there. Reader's Digest condensed version is you've got about 10 years half-life, meaning 10 years from the time that this watch is made. Those Trigalight tubes will be glowing half as bright. In another 10 years, they'll be down to 25%. In another 10 years, down to 12%. So basically, the tritium is going to probably outlast you, or at least your ownership of this particular timepiece. And again, in total, 15 of those being used here. Now, you'll notice the very smooth sweep of the hand right here being utilized on this timepiece, so you know you are getting an automatic 24 joule NH35A caliber movement being utilized inside of this timepiece. So you've got that going for you. Impact resistant hardened mineral crystal So very, very durable. You've got an offset crown. That's one of the things that some of the folks really like about this. Is a little bit non-traditional. Let me turn it that way for you so you can get a good look at that. So instead of being at the more traditional 3 o'clock position, this one is set up at the 1 o'clock position. Now, or 2 o'clock position, I should say. It is a screw down crown because this watch is 300 meters water resistant. So a great true dive watch. Now what I really like, let me get the glare off of there, sorry about that. Radiant sunray finish on the blue dial with the blue bezel insert. This is obviously, because of the rose gold, going to be the dressiest option that we've got available on this. Now I mentioned the leather strap. Let me see if I can just get this in here over top of the watch and get everything to focus. So you can see just a slight grain being done there. Standard buckle design, also obviously done in the rose gold dual keeper system. As we talk about, look at the beauty on the stitching there. That's how you tell the quality of a leather strap. That's going to be the stitching. Notice the stitch size, the width, the straight line, everything being done perfectly on that. Now if I pull that back out, and then everybody's kind of familiar with the NATO style strap. I'll get that in there for you anyway so you can see what is going on there. There is your standard Tang style buckle. Again, everything in the hardware being done in the rose gold. There's the 2 rings and then your third down here on the separate piece. So that is going to be option number 1 in this particular configuration. Go ahead and pop that off for you. Numbered limited edition, only 3,000 made for the world. There is the custom case back. Let me see if I can get that to focus here real quick. There we go. So there you can see the submarine, talking about the Anchar submarine, fastest submarine ever made. Obviously a little bit of Russian inspiration coming behind this 300-meter dive piece. Great looking watch, numbered limited edition, all the bonuses you could imagine. Let's take a look at our next option. All right, so next Anchar up and available for you, and like I said, we've got different options. 3 different options is going to be the one that I would probably call the Hotness Pick, inside of the Hotness Pick, if you will, or my personal pick. And the reason for that, many of you will notice by the color, but in this particular instance you are going to get a full lume dial. So this light green that you see fully encompassing this is your full lume dial. Now that is being used in conjunction with, as I was talking about on the first option in the rose gold, which is going to be the 15 Trigalight tritium gas tubes being utilized on this particular timepiece. So you've got really enhanced luminescent material being utilized on this, and obviously the full lume dials are going to be the most popular. Now, just a couple of changes which we'll get to, and primarily it's going to be in the movement, but you are still getting the dry box or the little mini dive box. You are going to get the NATO style 3-ring strap, as well as the genuine leather. The leather in this particular instance is going to be, sorry if you hear that crinkling. By the way, did you notice the improvement on the audio using a new microphone? Some of you had mentioned that, so we are taking that into consideration. But I was just pulling out one piece of the leather strap here. Now, you're still going to get the same 48mm case diameter, 300 meters water resistant, hardened impact resistant mineral crystal. This one has been done in black PVD as opposed to your rose gold that we saw a moment ago. So as I turn that, you can see what's going on there. You're still going to get the changing tools, the flask, everything else is going to be the same on this timepiece. You can still see, even though it's 48mm thinner bezel going around, and you are getting, by the way, I don't think I mentioned that on the first one, unidirectional rotating bezel as a dive watch should give this, or should give to you. since this one is 300 meters water resistant. And you'll notice the 20-minute dive scale being utilized here on this particular timepiece. Now the crown is not offset because this is a chronograph. In particular, the Miyota 6S30. Okay. Now the 6S30 gives you a few additional features which I will show to you. One of which is a very oversized subdial or registers for readability. So that helps. I know some of you folks like me may be having declining eyesight as we gain a couple of years of age here, hopefully gracefully. But that's going to work for you. The other thing that you're going to find with the 6S30 is the fact that they've used what's known as a velvet wheel for your chronograph second hand, which is the one you see at the 12 that is not moving. Now I'm going to start this up in just a second, but what I want you to pay attention to is the lack of the very hard tick, 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 meaning stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, as it moves around. Now it's not a perfect sweep, but it is very, very close. Your running second hand is going to be here at the 6 o'clock position. You've got a fast runner over here, and then you've got your 60-minute totalizer here. So, as is the case with virtually all chronographs out there, top pusher here is going to be your stop-start. Your restart will be down here at the 4 o'clock position. So I'm going to go ahead and reach into the shot and fire this up. Oops. So there you can see the fast runner takes off, going around this way. Then notice your sweep that's being utilized on the chronograph second hand. This is still obviously running, as that is your constantly running second hand. And if we let this run long enough, you would then see 1 minute tick off as it comes around. I'm not going to let it run that long because we are in a little bit of a hurry, so we don't have a very, very long video here. I'm going to go ahead and reset that. You can see the sweep take place. There we go. This is about a $650 timepiece in all instances that you see here without getting all the extras that you guys are for $349. Okay, Craig's put together not really a hotness pick, but a hotness pack. Remember, watch, silicone strap, leather strap, 3-ring NATO strap, Anchar flask, because this is the design, the name of this is from the fastest submarine ever made, from the Soviet fleet, fast attack submarine. So you're getting a lot of extras taking place here, plus the full loom. Oh, by the way, in case I didn't mention it, that's Super Luminova on that full loom dial, which is very expensive to do. 300 meters water resistant and numbered limited edition of only 3,000 made for the world, and that is the case with all three of these. Just want to pop in and show you the leather strap. The only real difference from what we saw on the rose gold version, as I slide that in, is you will see that this is done in a white contrast stitching. And again, here's the back side of the strap, so you can see that as well. So that's 2 out of the 3. Remember, watch, mini box, leather strap, silicone strap, NATO strap, changing tools, and your Anchar flask. So let's go ahead and take a look at our third and final option. Okay, watch fans, option number 3, the final option for this Anchar Hotness Pick, is going to be the red, and I think it's really going to appeal to a lot of you because of the real, I guess, liberal use of red that's been done on this. Now, the things that are the same, the black PVD plating that we just saw on the last option is being utilized here. Same unidirectional rotating bezel. This is the Miyota movement that is in there, in particular the 6S30 with the velvet wheel for your to give the sweep to your chronograph second hand. Thin bezel, 300 meters water resistant, and numbered limited edition as we mentioned. But you're going to see the red that's been used on the 20-minute diver scale. You can see going here. You've got the red hands, including obviously the Anchor. Now this is not called Anchor, it is Anchar. Just so that we're very, very clear, the 15 Trigalight tritium gas tubes from mbMicrotec have been used on this timepiece as well. Impact resistant mineral crystal, but you're going to see that big splash of red down here on your constantly running second hand. That's this 6 o'clock subdial, which is an oversized subdial. Remember, we talked about that's one of the features of the 6S30 that's been used on this timepiece. You're going to get the red silicone strap. And you're also going to get a very racy or sporty look in the NATO strap. Now, NATO strap is kind of a NATO strap when you talk about the 3-ring. I just want you to see what we're talking about here. I'm going to come in over top of the watch for a minute so you can see that center stripe being done in the red. Obviously, really going to tie in well to the timepiece. And then the leather strap that you're getting with this timepiece as well to give you that third look is going to be the red contrast stitching. Now remember, this is all going to come in the mini box with the tools to interchange the tube style screws that are being used in the lug area. Go ahead and turn that over so once again you can see exactly what I've been talking about with the stitching on the leather strap. 24 millimeters wide on all of these straps, by the way, in case I did not mention that. So a great look to this particular timepiece. Again, you are getting the 6S30. In case you missed it, I'll go ahead and fire this up so you can see. Fast runner, constantly running second hand, which is going to be that really bold standout subdial here at the 6, and then your 60-minute totalizer here. And then because of that velvet wheel, as it's known, you get that very smooth sweep, imitating what you would find on an automatic, which would be like with the first one with the NH35A, that 24 joule automatic. Very, very similar sweeps. This is just going to be a chronograph as opposed to a 3-hand in that rose gold version. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm trying to keep these videos as short as I can. This is a phenomenal deal. Almost $700, $650 I think is the retail price. I'm going to do some screen captures off of the Russia 2All website so you can see the everyday price that these watches go out for. None of them have been done in this configuration with the silicone strap, with the leather strap, with the NATO strap, in the mini dive box or dry box, plus the flask. I do not have the flask on hand. I apologize for that, but I do have images, so continue to scroll down the sales page here and you'll be able to see those images, pop them up, have them appear larger on the screen so you can see exactly what it is that you're getting. Lowest price point, we've seen the Anchar, and obviously in this configuration, because it has never been done before, and I don't think Craig is going to do it again. This is something I've negotiated with him directly. So you get the benefit of this great opportunity to be able to pick up this Hotness Pick pack. It'd be like Peter Piper. Yeah. Anyway, don't get me started. It's really early in the morning here as I shoot these videos. So that's what you've got going on with this numbered limited edition in the Anchar. Remember, named after the fastest submarine ever made, which is the Anchar, fast attack sub. So grab this deal while you can. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up. And by the way, for those of you that do watch the videos, got something really, really special coming up when this sale ends in about 5 days. I think it ends at midnight, technically, on the 17th. It's a free deal. Your opportunity to get something home and really kick off your watch collection for 2015. So keep an eye on that. Having a lot of fun with that. So hope you're enjoying the holiday season. Grab this for yourself. Grab this as a great gift for the watch collector in your life. I don't think you're going to find a better deal on an incredible looking timepiece. I'm going to stop that, restart it, say thank you to you all for checking this out, watching the video. Grab the color of your choice, get it home, enjoy. Thanks a lot.